All right, been a long time since I've filmed anything, so this is going to be a tip or trick or idea for a very small subset of people out there, and specifically people that have a koi pond that may be part of their life, an outdoor koi pond. So here we go. Here's winterization that I do on a koi pond. So you could see by the pumpkins there on the porch that it's fall. And those three big orange pumpkins are actually kind of volunteer ones that came out of our compost. But for us anyway, up here we're in south central Kansas, and this house that I live at, it's very old, but it also at one point around 2001 had a koi pond put into it. Now the water is low on it right now, so I've got to fill that up. I left it low while I trimmed all of my rushes and cattails. You can see the debris there that needs raked up. So I left it low. I'm going to start adding some dechlorinator and filling it back up again. But I wanted to highlight for you guys what I do for winterization every year on this pond, rather than just lay a net so that it droops into the water or do something else. This is specifically what I've done. Is I have gotten aluminum tent poles. You can see by the toggle end there, these are just replacement aluminum telescopic tent poles. And I've gotten 3 of them for my pond, but feel free to do about as many as you need. So this one, the main one here, I think it's a 15-footer. And the other 2 short ones I think are 10-footers. And they are just replacement tent poles that I got off of Amazon as individual items. I'll try and find them again and see if I can post a link with it. And then what I do is I get a simple pond cover net. And this one is 4.5 meter by 6 meter. So and it stretches and covers clear up the waterfall and down onto there. And so I snug these tent poles underneath the stone that I have rimming the pond, okay, above the membrane. And I used to use zip ties, but I found that just using mason's line, you know, a couple bands of that with some fraps and a surgeon's knot, does really well and lets you slide it along it as you're adjusting the position of those poles. And then you stake it down. You don't stake it down. You could stake it, but I actually take, since I've got kind of a hard surface around the side, I take these extra old rocks that I've got and I put them all the way around it. And I go clear up the waterfall up over here with it. So that if I want to, if the weather allows, I could run the waterfall in the summer, or in the winter rather. As it gets cold, I will also, and as the water lilies kind of degrade, I will float out either an air bubbler or a tank heater, like a livestock tank heater, out into there to keep a hole in the ice. Say hi, Shepherd.
Hi, Shepherd.
Thank you, buddy. Right on comedy cue there. And so again, then I pull the net over the top of the poles. I don't secure the net to the poles at all because it doesn't really need it once you stretch it tight. One thing about this setup, it'll take wind. Shepherd, please don't throw rocks on it, buddy. Don't throw any more rocks on. It'll take wind just fine, and it'll take a good bit of rain. A heavy snow load might shift things enough that it kind of collapses and you have to pull it back up again pretty quickly, or an ice load. So this may not be the best way to do it if you have a lot of snow and ice. You might need something more sturdy, or you might need stronger poles than what I'm doing here. So, but until then, if this works for you, please do it, because it's way cheaper than buying any of those, you know, preformed net shelters and stuff like that. But it does the same job as a lot of those. So this is what I've learned, and it works pretty well for me. Anyway, wish me luck on my projects and good luck on yours.